Okay. Okay, now that we identify the gaps, okay, let's write down the gap that we find. Okay, let's take like 2 minutes to do this. Okay.
Okay. From compare the highest with the lowest that I have here, I think one of the major gaps is the graphing part.
Yeah.
Graphing?
Yes. That they have a lot of misconception in how to create a scale, how to label the graph,
Yeah.
okay, identify what is the initial value.
And identify the rate of change, right?
Yeah, identify the rate of change.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of those scaling issues too, and really thinking about how they were labeling it. And it seems like sometimes that labeling like completely twisted their scale as well.
Mm-hmm.
Other thing that I identify here is on the equation, they switch the terms. They use the constant like a slope and the rate of change like an initial value. They switch the terms. They don't.
Okay. Well, we have like already 2 minutes. Something else? Somebody wanna add something or?
Justification. We don't have justification.
Yeah, not a
Okay,
lot of
justification.
explanations, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now that we identify the gaps between our higher students and our medium and low, okay, let's take couple minutes to find out what is the bigger gap, where we're going to focus when we're going to reteach this class again, okay? Let me know if you guys already identified the bigger gap. We're gonna start with Merlinda, or you want to start, Merlinda?
Sure. I would say that a strength of a lot of our students was able to successfully write the equation, but they really struggled with transferring the equation and putting it into a graph.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't know what you guys
I
think.
agree with her. They have a lot of confusion about how to identify the variables, how to scale and label a graph. That transfer from the equation algebraically expressions to graphing is
Uh-huh.
the biggest
Uh-huh.
misconception.
So it's like how to convert in the equation to graph, right? So how to the scaling, right? So should we write that down? So everybody agree
Yeah.
with that? Okay. So let's write that. So the bigger gap. And maybe in parentheses we can put scaling.
Okay.
Okay. So now let's I'm going to give you this document. Let's focus on the reteaching structure. Okay. We're going to have two options. Option one is guided discourse, and option two is modeling. Okay. So let's take again couple minutes, 2 minutes, and see which one will be the best approach to reteach this lesson. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, that was less than 2 minutes. Okay, so let's start with Megan.
I think we should do the guided discourse. We have so many examples of student work, both high quality and medium and low, but we could really use that time to show that student work, kind of like a show call, or we could do something like a show call, but using a strategy or protocol, like My Favorite No, and we could have students engage in discussions around those pieces of student work.
Good.
Yeah, I like the idea because here in the guided discourse, they say we can use a exemplary student response and incorrect student response so they can compare and decide like a different approach, no? Because the students can by themselves identify what is the difference between these students.
Right.
So I think it would be great like to put the medium student work and the high student work, right? And start asking the kids to identify the
Yeah.
errors or the gap between them, those two works.
Okay.
Something else?
No, I think that's good. I'm gonna,
Okay. So let's start, yeah.
so our action step, we will use, guided discourse. So we'll use guided discourse and we'll do this with 2 pieces of student work.
Yeah, we will
Yeah.
show an exemplar student response and an incorrect student response, but we'll be focusing more on like the medium, so the one that's almost the high, and students will compare the exemplar to that, and then they will talk about it and then be able to make revisions to their work.
Yeah, because the median students, the first part of the question, they have all of them have correct. They write the equation right. So the misconception coming in the part B is the graphing.
So, okay.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, what do we want kind of the big takeaway for students to be when they compare that? Like, either like what questions are we gonna ask them, or like what might their response sound like? Like if I'm comparing a low and or a medium and a high, what do we want students to really notice or take away from the work in relation to this? And I just wondering if there's maybe like some specific questions, like guiding questions we can give them in this.
Yeah,
Like, what difference do you notice between how graph 1 is labeled versus graph 2, or?
yeah.
Yeah.
Move that over there a little bit. Any other like big things we'd wanna call out in regards to this, like questions we could ask the kids?
I think the scale part is important to
Mhm.
identify the student need to know how to.
Exactly.
Okay. So like scale choice, like how they chose
Mhm.
to do that on their graphs. Okay.
We're actually,
Mhm. Perfect. Okay. So perfect. So we're going to reteach this class this Friday, okay? And at the end of the Friday, I would like you to send me the data that you collect from that lesson, so we can analyze it the next week. Everybody agree?
Yeah. Friday.
This Friday.
And
And that about the end of the day.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for coming. And it was a great meeting. Okay. Well, see you tomorrow. Okay. Take care. Bye bye.